Kansas City Chiefs is expected to get the franchise tag. You got to take her tangent on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's already expected. He's still going to get paid, though. And honestly, I wouldn't take a discount. I'm the reason why your defense is being held together.
Honestly, if I was the CBA, that in those negotiation talks, I'm not sure exactly what sort of changes are being made to the tags.
Exactly.
But I would really look into that. I would really try to revise that because I think the way players get locked into their second deal is far worse than any sort of rookie scale or some of the other things other disadvantages. Just because even if you do all your shit right and you perform great, you're set with this team for really the better half of your career. Meaning you really don't have a choice of where you are, where you land, until you're it's at least 27, 28. And the average career is 4 years? So you might not even get that second contract. And the people that do, you're still stuck to one city, one team, one regime.
Arguably 7 years.
And it better be a great fit. Otherwise they'll just sign you and trade you like we've seen with Frank Clark and D Ford and other guys who've gotten the tag. The Jaguars defensive end whose name I can never say right.
Not Marcel Darius because he got
in Njoku.
Oh, Yannick Njoku.
Yeah, he said that since he got the franchise tag, he still wants to be traded.
Oh, he said I already informed the Jaguars I have no intention of being with this team or signing an extension.
So they're hoping to trade him, but which would be basically what happened last year with Frank Clark and D4.
Yeah. And the Redskins finally decided to let good old silverback Trent Williams look for his own trade partners. I'm telling you, whoever gets Trent Williams,
that's really not related at all to this, but okay.
No, but it's all the same. It's all in the same vein in that players are getting traded.
You never really control your destiny.
Yeah, and really you're locked into your first team for 7 years. Let's be honest, 7 years. If they don't trade you after 4 or 3, shout out to the Raiders. It's wild. Because
speaking of tackles, who've been great.
The two different franchise tags are just, it feels like just cheating. The one that they want Dak to sign, it's if I was Dak, I just wouldn't show up.
Like I said, speaking of players who are tackles, who are looking to change teams, Jason Peters with the Eagles, they're expected to mutually part ways. Is that a touchdown or a turnover for the Eagles?
That's a touchdown because I think they want to keep that young dude, the 6'8" guy who was playing rugby, but then turned into a pretty good right tackle. I can't even say his last name.
I don't know who you're talking about though.
It's super small, number 72. It's super duper Polynesian. But they're probably trying to keep him and then move him to right tackle. Lane Johnson has been the left tackle in waiting since they drafted him. And Jason Peters is look. I can see why he's been injured. Let him go to another team. Get one last payday. He's already a Hall of Fame tackle.
Tony Romo, he just resigned with CBS for $17 million a year.
Broke the bank.
Is that a touchdown or a turnover for CBS?
That's a touchdown for CBS and a turnover for NFL players. Everybody, all of them on Twitter were fam. Michael Thompson's hold on. This dude gets $17 million for talking about watching us play. and you wonder why we shouldn't sign that bum-ass deal. That bum-ass collective bargaining agreement. That's why.
Somebody else said, I'm retiring and going into broadcasting.
That's what Odell Beckham Jr. said.
Yeah, it was Odell. Yeah. He would say that.
Honestly, yeah. You make more money, shit. That's crazy. How you playing the game. It's that's why I said, even though they make more money than us, it's the same dynamic. It's the same power dynamic when it comes to working. If you got a boss, you're not free. you work for yourself, yeah. Like, if you can, orchestrate your own deals, like a Tony Romo, who's a better broadcaster than he ever was a quarterback. I mean, hey, get your roll on, get your money on.
Speaking of broadcast moves,
shout out to Dante Culpepper.
Al Michaels, NBC and ESPN are in trade talks to get the longtime announcer. You may know him from Madden back in the days, but he's the voice of Sunday Night Football these days. Apparently, ESPN wants to pair him and Peyton Manning together. So, Peyton Manning, Al Michaels duo, ESPN Monday nights. Is that a touchdown or is that a turnover? Shout out to Booger McFarland.
That's a touchdown, but they're probably not going to be able to afford Booger now.
No, Booger's gone. He already went on IG. He said he's just doing the extra fellow for right now.
Honestly, though, that's a lot of forehead.
Woo!
Like, Al Michaels look at you like...
You got to remember who watches football. And you got to remember who's watching football on Monday nights. It ain't motherfuckers in LA, I'll tell you that. Because all of us are still driving in traffic. Like, we ain't watching Monday Night Football until the second quarter. Like, unless you take the day off or work from home, how many people have seen the first quarter Monday Night Football?
That is 1,000% true.
Like, if anything, you might catch it on the radio if your team is playing. Like,
or if you catch it on the way out of work.
Yeah, like, other than that, you ain't watching until the second quarter, third quarter.
You missed the whole game.
And you probably miss it. You probably get home during the second quarter and miss the second quarter because you got to get a snack and, get a beverage and, unwind. And then you turn the TV on and it's halftime.
Or you got to go, I forgot to get something to eat. Let me go get something to eat. Come back, go to the liquor store, whatever. Boom. Take a shower.
It's fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, 5 minutes left. You'd have missed the whole game. And
but honestly, that's really all you need to watch. Like, if it's a good game, you really just need to watch the fourth quarter and really that last 6 minutes.
This is like a Jets-Vikings game, and it's like, just watch one quarter.
You mean 7-3?
You mean 13-11?
Yeah, some bullshit like
13-10 with 600 yards of total offense.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it's a touchdown too. I'm gonna say it's a touchdown just because, like I said,
whole lot of forehead.
All that middle America is gonna be loving some of that forehead. Honestly,
Al Michaels he looks like the dad who played the devil in the first Ghost Rider movie. He was like Lucifer. Go look at the first Ghost Rider movie with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, I'm about to say with Nicolas Cage. Okay.
Yeah, go look at the first Ghost Rider movie. The dude who played the devil in that same face and forehead as Al Michaels. And Al Michaels be saying some low key, alt-right type shit too. High key, actually.
So Jimmy Graham and the Packers are expected to no longer
null and void. They're going to
be a thing, whatever you want to call it.
They're uncoupled.
The Packers no longer want his services, and he no longer wants to work for them. So is that a touchdown or a turnover for Jimmy?
That's a touchdown for everybody.
Honestly, he just never was a right fit. Where's
veteran tight ends who should be.
Is he going to go to New England?
He's going to go back to New Orleans on a cheap deal where it all started. Because I don't know who the hell the starting tight end is. Can you name him?
No.
They haven't replaced anybody with him since him.
But that's not true. Ben Watson had 1,000 yards.
He did?
I thought he did.
You want to Google that? I'm pretty sure he didn't have 1,000-yard receiving season.
Let's see.
Definitely didn't. Probably had a Pro Bowl year. Definitely not 1,000-yard receiving. You got him. I think they had Kobe Fleener, and that didn't work out.
Kobe Fleener definitely did not work out.
Oh, boy. Shout out to Stanford tight ends who just didn't work out. But, all I know is when it comes to that situation.
Yeah, he had 800 in 2016.
See, the issue with that is you have all these tight ends who can still play. We're kind of banged up. The draft class is going to be kind of interesting. And Honestly, you just need veteran pass catchers, and that's what.
Man, I forgot Ben Watson played for the Browns.
Yes, he did. Those are dark times. Dark times indeed. And he was a Walter Payton Man of the Year candidate. So there's that. And he got roasted on Twitter because he was defending Drew Brees, who was defending this weird ass church.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, it was weird.
That was like this year. Well, it's actually been a few times.
Like the church that Drew Brees was repping was mad racist and sexist, and it was just bad.
I think they were very pro-life.
I think they had conversion therapy stuff.
Yes,
too.
Yeah,
it was a whole 9 yards of some wild shit. And like Drew Brees is backing this, and then he pretty much was backing the. Drew Brees was pretty much on some like it's black people's fault they get shot type shit on the low with some of the people he was.
I don't know about
that.
Who
he was endorsing?
White people.
I don't see that, but
no, like that's it blew up on Twitter.
I think what he said was that like he just did a video like for them, like they won a charity or like something. Like, he did charity work for them and didn't know that they supported all that sort of stuff. Like,
yeah, that's what happened. It was like, oh, shit, he got lumped in with all that.
Yeah, he got lumped in with all that.
Yeah, but he also was kind of quiet on... He was totally against protesting and really wasn't fucking with Kaepernick like that. So, yeah, he's in that boat.
He wasn't the only one. But.
He's in that... I might have been a Trump supporter type vote for me. I'm just saying.
He's your favorite quarterback of all time.
Yeah, but I mean, he's my favorite person.
That's fair. You just stand for him a lot, so.
Yeah, because he's better than Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
All right. Next up.
That was a long-ass pause, bro.
Because I know I want to take this.
I was like, you have any suggestions?
Some of these don't really need to be a touchdown or turnover. They're just like kind of need to be stated type of situation. Yeah. But yeah, so rumors speculate Teddy Bridgewater to the Buccaneers is almost a done thing. Is that a touchdown or a turnover for Teddy Bridgewater?
That's honestly a turnover. Don't go to Tampa Bay. It's where quarterbacks' careers go to die.
Unless you're Brad Johnson or Trent Dilfer.
Or Jeff Garcia. I don't know how.
True.
He made it work.
But especially if you're Chris Simmons' spleen.
Wow.
No. There we go.
He just said that. That was goddamn.
Dana White got on Tom Brady's. Dana White got on Tom Brady's IG Live.
No, he was on his IG Live.
Oh, he was on his IG Live.
He was calling Tom Brady.
All right, you do it. You deliver it.
Dana White was on his IG, and he was recording himself talking to Tom Brady, which I feel like is a violation of some sort.
Why?
But I just don't know. Like, if you call me and put the conversation on IG Live while we're talking, and I didn't consent to it.
Okay, come on. Can you set it up so I can actually get my touchdown or turnover
so why'd you
on
ask me?
You're supposed to ask me if it's a touchdown or a turnover.
I was giving you background information.
No,
okay.
you're telling me that it's a. Anyways, just finish the fucking setup.
Yeah. Okay. So
you never played volleyball before, huh?
I did. I just didn't like it. I'd much rather watch volleyball, women's volleyball. It's more competitive. Honestly, I think dudes who play volleyball. Oh my
god!
I think dudes who play volleyball. I'm like, you just couldn't play basketball. That's why you're playing volleyball.
Nah, volleyball is actually a hard sport.
Yeah,
it's a hard sport, but I mean,
it's
like,
a totally different skill set.
Okay, it's like obviously, you know, like some. Like, there's basketball.
I don't want to get into this. Can you just give me...
There's basketball, men's and women's. There's softball and baseball. Two different kind of sports. I feel like men's volleyball, it's like...
Men's?
You think it's emasculating, it's more feminine?
I feel like it's more of a
especially
volleyball. As fuck.
Volleyball is a feminine sport, so for you to be on a men's volleyball team, it's just more...
I've seen people hit volleyballs with enough speed. I'm like, that ball, if it hit my face, would kill me.
Exactly.
But I'm saying, I feel like...
Men's and women's volleyball is way different. Women's volleyball is much more like...
Competitive?
Technical and like...
Competitive?
Team-spirited and like...
Competitive?
Men's is like... People trying to fucking... Like you said, athletes. Like just people trying to
just hitting a ball. That's what I'm saying.
Hitting a ball, jumping. high as fuck. But yeah,
that's all I'm saying is like I don't find men's volleyball